Hello, this is Udo Dirkschneider, and you are watching Via Noctura.
Hi, Udo. Thanks for this interview opportunity. It's really an honor. I'm really a big fan.
Okay.
Now, Game Over is your brand new album. What can you reveal to us about it?
Oh, yeah, that was an album. It was, in a way, a little bit difficult to record the whole album, doing the whole pandemic stuff. I mean, normally we are collecting ideas. And if we have enough ideas, then we go to a small studio or rehearsal room, and then we are arranging face to face. The producer is also involved, but this time it was not possible to be in one room with all the people. So that means we did all the arrangements, including the producer, over Skype, FaceTime, Zoom, WhatsApp, and all that stuff. That was a little bit difficult for us, and so we have always like a conference, and it takes some more time than normally. And then also the final recording, main recording in the studio, it was also not possible that in a way everybody is there. It was just that one by one, and that was a little bit different this time. But in the end, I think I'm really happy with the result of the whole album. And what can I say? I'm really happy with that.
And Game Over comes just 1 year after We Are One. Can we say that you are now in the most creative moment of your career? Or was it just because of the pandemic?
Yeah, I mean, after We Are One, we did also a live DVD and live album, Pandemic Survival Show from Bulgaria. And I mean, also, in a way, we have time enough also with the new album, Game Over. That means we put all 16 songs on this CD, So that is normally you put 11 or 12 maximum on an album. But, we have enough material and we said, okay, we like all the songs and we put them on the CD. So, that was, in a way, I would say the good thing about pandemic that we had a lot of time, No touring, and then you have more time to work on an album.
And We Are One with 16 songs and Game Over with 15 songs. Why did you decide to start doing old records now? What changed?
With the orchestra, that was already we were thinking about to have enough stuff, for this part of album. That is more a project than a normal UDO album. We Are One. And with the new one, what I said, we had time enough and we had enough material, and we said, okay, come on, we put it on a CD. That's it.
And how was your composition process for this album? Was it different from We Are One?
Yeah, of course, We Are One was a completely different story. With all the orchestra, how that was, it took us, We Are One, nearly 1 year to work on that, with all the arrangements, with the orchestra. This is a completely different story. And the composing for Game Over, what I told you already, it's like we was collecting ideas, and then we had in the end 30 ideas, and then we said, okay, we want to work on 20. And so I went to the studio of my son, and we was working on the melodies and lyrics. So I did all the lyrics this time together, or for the first time together with my son. He was also involved in some melody stuff, and all that things. And the rest of the guys, what I told you, we did this then over the Skype, FaceTime, etc. And so that was the process of composing this time, So interesting. I learned a lot of about modern technology. I was not in that so much, but now I was learning how to use some stuff. what can I say? I mean, I'm really happy with the result.
And you should be. It's really an amazing album. Now, lyrically, what does Game Over talk about?
Game Over talking about first the title of the album. Yeah, I don't know who it was really, but it was, for us, a lot of things was game over, not a normal recording process and all that stuff. And then someday somebody, I don't know who it was like, come on, everything is game over. And we said, well, maybe a good title for the album. But a lot of people were thinking, this is the last UDO album and maybe the last tour and so on and on. And no, I mean, then, of course, the whole album, we have a lot of different stuff. I mean, we have also some typical metal stuff, metal lyrics on that, like Metal Never Dies, of course. This kind of music will never die. And then we have Kids and Guns, is like, against weapons. That's the whole meaning of it. And Holy Invaders, for example, is the best example is at the moment Afghanistan. They dictate what kind of religion you have to use. And this is not possible. I mean, everybody can choose his own religion. It's not possible that somebody said, okay, you have to do this. No, this is not possible. Then I don't want to say goodbye. The ballad is you can put this also in different directions or many directions. If your girlfriend leaving you, you don't want to say goodbye. Your wife, if somebody dying, you don't want to say goodbye. You have to leave some places. You don't want to say goodbye. Sometimes you're on holiday. You don't want to say goodbye to the holiday. I mean, you can put this also in many directions, but for me, it is a very personal song. It has something to do with very personal stuff. But yeah, and then we have Speeder. The song Speeder, for example, is, a lot of people, they are living too fast, and then they're making some mistakes, they're thinking, oh, everything has to be really fast done. Then another one is, for example, Marching Tank. That's about myself, it's like they call me in Germany, German Tank. And then my son said, hey, well, we're not writing lyrics about this, that you are always going forward. Then the Midnight Stranger, for example, is has something a little bit to do with the pandemic stuff. I mean, a stranger, you feel like a stranger. You couldn't go to restaurants, you can go not to cinemas, and you cannot meet your friends and all that stuff. In a way, when it really was heavy with the pandemic, you more feel like a stranger, in some places, this is like not the real world anymore. Yeah, in a way, there's a lot of the prophecy, for example, is something about sex. It's really heavy sex that, I saw a documentation on TV that people also want to die after they had sex, So that's the story of this song. So that means it's really like some political stuff, some social stuff, some stuff, really true metal stuff. It's like a mix-up on this album.
And some songs, they sound to me like lyrically, they sound that it's kind of a wake-up call for some things here and there. Do you see it like that too?
Yeah, of course. For example, like Kids and Guns example, it's like definitely, hey, everybody wake up, it's not possible that everybody can buy a gun. Okay, it's not in every country, but especially in, let's say, in America, the land of the free. I need a weapon. But for me, it's always like, how can I say it? It's better to talk than to kill each other, So, yeah, of course, there's some stuff is really to wake up, Okay, I don't want to be a teacher and say, hey, you have to do it like this. Is somebody interesting to read the lyrics and get something out of it, it's okay. If not, it's also okay, you know. But I don't want to, or let's say, I never was writing lyrics about dragons or middle age or stuff like that, you know. For me, was always like write something what's going on in the world. That's for me is much better.
Always real themes and never fiction. And Kids and Guns, Prophecy, and Metal Never Dies were your 3 singles so far. Do you think they are representative of the album?
I think, yeah, in a way, I think that is a representation for the album, you know. So it's also not always like up to us. It's also like the record companies say, maybe these songs are really working for promotion, stuff like that. But I think that's the right choice what they did.
And is there any other to come, other singles?
No, I mean the 3, and now the album is coming.
All right, and I think everyone is eagerly awaiting to listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so, man. I mean, so far the reaction is very, very good about the album, and now we are looking forward to go on tour with the whole thing, you know. So we are just waiting for a little bit more information, and then hopefully we can start in the middle of November for the first half of the European tour. And I think next year it will be more normal, you know. But this tour, the first half, yeah, we have to wait for some information, but it looks in a way very good at the moment, you know. So that's what I heard. The call what I had was like, it looks like 90% that we can do the tour. So, and yeah, next year definitely we have to go to South America. We have to do Russia. Then we do the second half of the European tour. So that means we are busy then. Yeah, I think it's the end of April. Then in the summer, some festivals are coming up. In September is the plan to go to September, October to America and Canada. And then we will see also maybe Japan, Australia. So that means it's a world tour next year going on. Yeah, quite busy. So, and yeah, I mean, at the moment, you know, the whole band is looking forward to be on stage again. You know, that's everybody is a little bit tired to stay home and do nothing. You know, we did only 2 shows this year, 2 festivals, one in Belgium, Alcatraz, and another one was in Czech Republic. But it worked, you know, there was around 12,000, 13,000 people. And normally they have 20, 25,000, but they put just 12, 13,000 people into the area. And there was no infection. I mean, we was asking a couple of weeks later if there something happened. Nothing, you know. And so that means I think it can work, you know. I mean, but what makes me a little bit angry, nothing against football, but if you're watching football, there are 25,000 people, 40,000 people, 30,000 people in a stadium and watching football, and then in some countries it's not allowed to do some concerts. Come on, this is like, but anyway, money rules the world. That's the thing with football, you know.
It is. It really doesn't make a lot of sense that those people can be in a stadium watching football and can be in a stadium watching a show.
Yeah.
But you already talk about your touring plans. Is Portugal included any show, for example, in your second part of the European tour, as you said?
I don't have any dates for the second half. I think there will be definitely these countries like Hungary, Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Greece, Italy, and Austria, and Spain, France, definitely, and maybe we are lucky can do some show in Portugal. I don't know yet.
I'm looking forward to a show in Portugal. Now, if you had to rate all your albums, including Udo albums, Accept albums, Dirkschneider albums, on which position would Game Over be, in your opinion?
You always think the last one is the best one. Or you put all your energy in there. I don't know. I mean, let's say it's a really high position, the last one. I mean, it's a really interesting album, you know. It's a lot of different kind of songs on this album. It's a really good mix-up, and I will put it on a really high position.
In my opinion, it's also in one of your best albums.
Yeah.
Now, mainly and Metal Never Dies and the opening track are bangers.
Yeah, I know. Really good stuff on
and
there,
I See Red. Amazing songs.
That's a crazy punk song, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I'm really happy with all this stuff, you know. And so far, what I said before, I mean, I did already tons of interviews, and everybody said, "Wow, this is a great album," you know. So that's me. Thank you very much. So it looks like we did the right thing.
I think you did. Now, throughout this year, you have been releasing singles and EP and EPs under the name of Dirkschneider and the Old Gang. Is there any album to come, or is just that?
No, I mean, I don't want to say no, but there is no plans at all at the moment. I mean, the Dirkschneider and the Old Gang was more a charity thing, you know. I mean, Stefan Kaufmann came up with this idea and said, "Hey, come on, your crew has no work, the band has no work, and definitely they need some money." So, and then these 3 songs was normally planned also for the We Are One album with the orchestra, but the album was already full. There was no space anymore. So, and then we said, yeah, why not? All the members of Dirkschneider and the Old Gang did everything for free. And Stefan was dealing a contract with my record company, AFM, and the idea, they said, yeah, very good, and they make the deal, and all the money was going to the members of UDO and the crew. And yeah, of course, the reaction on these 3 songs was great. I mean, it was for me also interesting to work again with Stefan Kaufmann and Peter Baltus, you know, 2 old members of Accept. Then my old guitar player Matthias Dietz, you know, that was also interesting. Yeah, and then my son was doing the drums, and Manuela Markowitz, she was already working with us on the We Are One album. So, and that was like easy, you know, that was without pressure. Just we said, okay, we do what we want, you know, we don't have to think about we have to do like this or this, and just finish the songs. And then, yeah, I think the result of these 3 songs are very good. Of course, then people come up and say, oh, is the album coming? Maybe some shows or whatever. Shows definitely not. I mean, this lineup is not possible to go on tour or something like that. An album, we will see. I mean, if we have time, if we have enough material, songs, why not, you know? But it's not like a new band or whatever. It's just a project and making music. So that's it, you know. So we will see, but not at the moment. I mean, I'm so busy. It's not possible.
I'm looking forward. I really hope you make an album, because those 3 songs were amazing.
Yeah, I know. But we will see.
Recently, you have participated in a tribute album to AC/DC. How did they influence your musical journey and your composition process and stuff?
In AC/DC?
Yes, I think so.
That American thing. Yeah, there is a tribute album of a young band. And so they was asking me, I think it's one or two, no, one, the son of Peter Baltus is in this band. And they was asking me, oh, can Udo sing maybe one AC/DC song? I said, yeah, come on, no problem, I do that, you know. So I did one song, and I read somewhere, Udo is doing a whole AC/DC cover album. No. It's only one song.
Okay, now you have almost 50 years of career under your belt. What can the
Yeah,
fans still expect from you?
for me, definitely I'm not retiring. I I always say, as long I have fun, as long my voice is working, as long I'm healthy, as long we can tour like this, why stay home and do nothing? No, I mean, I really like to be on tour, and yeah, it's I don't know. We will see. Maybe I hope maybe another 10 years. I don't know, but at the moment, definitely there is no thinking about to start retiring. Definitely not.
Luckily, I think.
Yeah,
I hope to see you there in the music industry for a lot more years still.
yeah, I hope so too.
All right, that's it. Thank you, Udo. It was an honor.
Yeah.
Would you like to send any message to your Portuguese fans?
Yeah, what can I say? I mean, we are not that very often in Portugal, and I did only one or two shows there. And hopefully, on our second half of the European tour next year, hopefully we can do one or two shows also in Portugal. And yeah, I'm looking forward. And in the meanwhile, stay heavy.
All right, that's it. Thank you once more.
Okay,
It
you're
was an
welcome.
honor.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.